Have you ever imagined a world where some animals simply do not age? Or perhaps, are capable of regenerating to the point of defying the very concept of death? It may sound like science fiction, but in reality, there are incredible creatures that can be considered almost immortal, living for thousands of years or even reversing their aging. This may seem unbelievable, but in today's video, we'll explore these mysterious beings that challenge all the laws of biology. Before we start this fascinating journey into the world of nature, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Here, you'll find the greatest mysteries of nature and everything that's most impressive in the animal kingdom. Let's dive into this adventure together. One of the first beings that challenge aging are marine sponges. At first glance, these creatures may seem simple. They lack organs, a nervous system, muscles, or any internal structure we typically associate with animals like ourselves. But contrary to what many believe, the marine sponge is an incredibly resilient organism. Sponges can completely regenerate, which is one of the reasons for their longevity. Scientists discovered that one species of marine sponge is at least 11,000 years old. What's even more astonishing is that some of these sponges might live for hundreds of thousands of years. The key to this longevity seems to lie in their simplicity. When sponges are damaged, they are capable of regenerating entirely. If separated into individual cells, these cells can reorganize and form a completely new organism. In other words, if they are not destroyed completely, they could theoretically live indefinitely. Another incredible creature that defies time is the Hydra. This tiny animal, only about 2.5 centimeters long, could be considered the epitome of eternal youth. To understand the importance of the Hydra, we first need to grasp how aging works in living beings. For most animals, the risk of death increases as they age, just like humans. But the Hydra has a unique characteristic. It does not age. That's right. The Hydra doesn't experience the natural increase in mortality as it gets older. It continues to regenerate and rejuvenate constantly. Scientists discovered that, thanks to special stem cells, the Hydra is able to renew its cells indefinitely, meaning it never undergoes the aging process. In laboratory studies, it's been estimated that the Hydra could live for more than 1,400 years, which is nearly a biological miracle. Imagine a being that never ages, never loses its vitality, no matter how much time passes. It's as if the Hydra is immune to the aging process. Now, you've probably heard of turtles, right? But what you may not know is that some turtle species completely defy the idea of aging like other animals. Specifically, the Blanding's turtles and the painted turtles from the interior have a peculiar phenomenon. As they get older, they not only survive longer, but they also become more fertile. The females of these turtles continue to lay eggs at a higher rate than their younger counterparts, and, most surprisingly, they seem to live longer than any other animal of the same species. This happens because these turtles do not show signs of senescence, which means their organs and tissues don't wear out with time. A giant turtle, for example, was recorded living at least 250 years. What's even more impressive is that, according to scientists, these animals could live indefinitely if not affected by accidents or diseases. This shows that turtles possess incredible biological resistance and could theoretically escape aging if the conditions were right. But beyond turtles, another creature with a fascinating regenerative ability is the planarian. These flatworms have a regenerative power that's nothing short of extraordinary. If you cut a planarian in half, each part regenerates independently, creating a completely new organism. This is possible because planarians have totipotent stem cells, meaning they can transform into any type of cell in the body. Even after suffering significant damage, the planarian not only regenerates, but also defies the idea of aging. Scientists conducted an experiment at MIT where they cut a planarian into several pieces, and all the pieces regenerated completely. Due to this regenerative ability, these creatures can avoid the aging process, making it difficult to measure their true lifespan. And who would have thought that lobsters are also a fascinating example of longevity? Most people know lobsters as a delicacy on the plate, but these marine creatures have a life cycle that can last from 50 to 100 years, an impressive feat for such a small creature. The big surprise is that lobsters do not age in the traditional way. Unlike other animals, lobsters do not lose their appetite, energy, or ability to reproduce as they get older. Instead, they continue to grow throughout their lives, a process known as indeterminate growth. However, what eventually kills them is not aging, but the process of molting, where they shed their exoskeleton. This process requires a lot of energy, and eventually, an old lobster won't have enough energy to continue shedding its shell, leading to its death. So, this molting process didn't exist. They could theoretically live much longer. Some lobsters can even reach 20 kilograms, and just imagine, if these obstacles didn't exist, how long could they live? Now, let's talk about a creature that is a true miracle of nature. The cold water clam. These marine mollusks can be surprisingly long-lived, with some clams living for over 500 years. The oldest clam ever recorded was named Ming, and it was 507 years old when it was found. The secret to this longevity lies in its ability to reduce the production of free radicals, which are unstable molecules that damage cells and accelerate the aging process. The clam is able to deal with these free radicals efficiently, which allows it to live for centuries without suffering the effects of aging. Ming could have lived much longer, but it was frozen after being discovered for study, thus interrupting its life. This study made scientists realize just how remarkable these mollusks can be in terms of longevity. And last, but definitely not least, we have the immortal jellyfish, or Turritopsis dohrnii. This being is capable of reversing its aging at any moment, a process called transdifferentiation. When the jellyfish senses that it is aging or being threatened by some danger, it reverts to its younger form and begins its life cycle anew. This process can continue indefinitely, making the jellyfish practically immortal. Can you imagine being able to reverse your age whenever you wanted? That's exactly what this jellyfish does. If it is injured, grows old, or even faces starvation, it will return to the earliest stage of its life. This is one of the greatest mysteries of biology, and scientists continue studying how this process can be triggered. The most impressive thing is that this phenomenon can happen multiple times throughout its life, making it almost eternal. Aren't these animals incredible? Each one has a unique way of living, defying the laws of aging and death. They make us think about what is truly possible in nature, and how far science can take us in understanding the mysteries of life. Which of these animals did you find most impressive? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want to learn more about the animal world and its mysteries, don't miss the chance to explore more videos on the channel. Like, share with your friends, and make sure to hit the bell so you don't miss any incredible content. Let us continue exploring the unknown and unveiling the secrets of nature together.